started with a grin. Colin Jost on Saturday Night Live stared right at the camera and said something that got everyone talking. He joked that Trump's new UK trade deal says we have to send Meghan Markle back, but only if she deletes her whole Instagram again. The audience laughed a lot. But that joke was a sneaky way to point out that even with all her fancy royal style, Meghan's past is still a big deal. President Trump talked about a new trade deal with the UK. They just want us to keep two people. No way, I'm done with it. Pictures can tell the truth, or maybe they don't, depending on who you ask. But the internet never forgets, especially when something seems weird. That's what happened when old photos popped up again, showing a woman who looks a lot like Meghan, chilling on a fancy yacht back around 2010. The photo didn't have her name on it, but sharp-eyed people spotted familiar faces, dates, and just enough clues to get people curious. Elon makes electric cars and wants to go to Mars. So why is he messing with Twitter? It's like if a prince left everything to marry someone from a TV show like Suits. Some people recognized folks from her early Suits days. Others noticed the vibe. Fancy sunglasses, champagne, and a group of rich businessmen and famous people. It didn't look like a struggling actress scene. It felt like something else. This woman had connections, and critics say connections like that don't just happen by accident. The idea is that Meghan didn't just luck into being a royal. She planned it, mixing with the right people, making friends, and climbing her way to the top of high society. That's why this new drama hurts so much. She moved him to another country. He doesn't have a job now. He doesn't talk to his family. And he's got young kids in the US. So it's like she's trapped him. It's not just about one picture. It's about what that picture means. When the story you tell about yourself doesn't match what people think, it's a big problem when those stories crash. Back to Colin Jost. SNL doesn't hold back, and they went all in here. In the same sketch, Jost called Meghan someone who keeps changing her past to fit who she's talking to. That stung because it's what people are saying online now. Internet forums are buzzing. Reddit users are collecting proof, face scanning tools, photo data, even old yacht party guest lists. Everything's being dug up. And it's not just gossip magazines anymore. It's regular people with computers, time, and a goal. Even creepier than the old photos is how quiet Meghan's old friends are now. People who used to post pics with her, talk about her in interviews, or follow her every move are suddenly super quiet. Some social media accounts are gone. Some photos have disappeared. Others look edited. The idea? She's trying to control the damage. Super carefully and maybe a bit desperately. And Meghan? She's not saying anything. No denying it, no explaining, not even a vague post about fake news. That's weird because she's usually quick to fight back against gossip, sue newspapers, or start big legal battles over stories she doesn't like. But this time, nothing. Just quiet. In today's noisy online world, being quiet feels like saying something big. The internet doesn't like silence. It thinks it means guilt or even proof. As more clues come out from the internet's corners, the story Meghan tried to hide looks more like a plan that's finally falling apart. Not just a moment in her life, but a smart move to get to the top. People are starting to wonder, if this is true, what else could be? The photos didn't surprise everyone. For some, they proved what they'd quietly thought for years, that the Meghan we see now is like a well-acted play. The fancy dresses, the talks about kindness and fairness, the charity photos, it's all perfectly planned. But now that old pictures are popping up again, it's harder to ignore the flaws in that plan. One photo especially is causing all the chaos. It shows a group of famous and rich people on a yacht in the Mediterranean. In the middle, a woman who looks just like Meghan. The photo itself isn't bad. No one's doing anything wrong, but it's the details that are stirring things up. The date, the people there, the links to her life before being a royal, It's too much to just ignore. And the fact that this photo, like others, disappeared years ago only makes people more suspicious. Then came the rumors. Talk about deleted social media, friends who stopped talking, and a bunch of secret agreements signed when she got engaged to Prince Harry. People noticed that big parts of her online life vanished after she joined the royals. Not just posts, but whole accounts. Friends, actors, stylists, and party people either went quiet or disappeared completely. That quiet is louder than ever now. Even her biggest fans are finding it hard to defend her. The story of a strong woman who broke barriers starts to fall apart when you see signs of a hidden life. Was she just an actress trying to make it? Or was she super smart about her moves? That's what everyone's talking about online and on podcasts. And then there's the Prince Andrew thing. It's been a rumor in secret corners for years, but now it's out in the open. A blurry connection. A mystery person in an old party photo, and links to certain people she knew. It's all being picked apart like a detective case. There's no solid proof, nothing clear. But it's not about facts, it's about a pattern. And that pattern feels off. Critics say that Meghan, who talks about being open and honest, shouldn't dodge questions when her past comes up. She's been quick to fight stories she doesn't like, even suing over small mistakes. But when the yacht talk comes back, nothing. No explanation, no honest talk about what's real or not. And in a world that loves openness, staying quiet looks like she's hiding something, not being classy. The timing is awful too. Just as Meghan tries to look perfect with interviews and lifestyle projects, the internet is pulling out old secrets. What was meant to be a fresh start now looks like a cover-up. Her message of strength is being seen as tricky moves. People who loved her for breaking royal rules are now wondering if it was all just a super smart image plan. It's not just one photo, it's all the questions that come with it. Why were those pictures deleted? Why can't we reach her old friends? Why is Meghan quiet now when she's usually so loud? Each question leads to more. Without answers, people make up their own story, one about secrets and hiding the past. Colin Jost's joke wasn't just for laughs. That SNL bit did something no official statement could. It changed how people see Meghan in real time. The audience laughed, but it was the kind of laugh where everyone feels like they know something. A royal who seemed perfect was turned into a joke on a huge comedy show. Once the jokes hit late-night TV, it's not just gossip, it's a big deal. The drama didn't stay online. Big news outlets started talking about it. Not the photos directly, but all the chatter around them. Words like unanswered questions, mystery deletions, and digital cleanup started showing up in headlines. Even news that liked Meghan said her silence wasn't happening. It was making things worse. What really got things going was regular people playing detective. Not gossip mags, not photographers, just folks with face-scanning apps, timestamps, old Instagram posts, and a mission to figure things out. What they found wasn't huge, but it added up. Yacht locations matched social media posts. Guest lists from old parties linked to her friends. Whole websites disappeared. It wasn't one big clue. It was a bunch of little ones that were hard to ignore. But what's even more telling is how people around her are acting. Old co-stars who used to praise Meghan now avoid questions. Stylists and famous friends who tagged her in photos act like they never met her. Some signed secret agreements, and others just stopped talking. When people won't talk, it feels like they're hiding something. Behind the scenes, Meghan's team is said to be working hard to fix things. Experts are pushing old stories down. New positive posts are popping up, and some platforms are being asked to remove tags or blur names. But in 2025, that's like trying to clean up water from a beach. Every try to hide the past makes people think there's something to hide. That's the real issue, how people see her. Once they think she's pretending, they start questioning everything: her speeches, her interviews, her causes, even her love story. Was it all real? Or just a big plan to look good? People don't expect her to be perfect. They want her to be real, especially since she said she was the outsider who brought truth to the royals. If she just said, "Yeah, I had a different life before. I hung out with fancy people and I've changed," people might have been okay with it. But not saying anything makes people not trust her. This isn't just a quick scandal. It's slowly breaking her image. One picture, one post, one silence at a time. When you say you're all about being open, but avoid tough questions with perfect appearances, people notice. This wasn't supposed to be Meghan's story. She was meant to be about change, strength, and progress. But now she's looking like a lesson in how trying to control your image can go wrong. Not because she had a past, but because she acts like she didn't. And in the eyes of the public, that's the one thing they won't let slide.